So you're Sainsbury's head of brand for sustainability, agriculture and health.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean exactly, and are there other heads of brands as well?
Well, the role is very much about being the custodian of the Sainsbury's name. So I'm responsible with the team of experts that I work with that looks after, for example, where we source from, the standards to which we source, how we work with people in our supply chains, but also right through to the health of our products and cleanliness of our ingredients. In terms of other heads of, yes, there are in the Sainsbury's business. So there are people who head up product development, head of product technology, which is the more day-to-day part of delivering healthy, safe, fresh products to our customers, head of food safety, and head of packaging.
Okay. And what are the key sustainability activities Sainsbury's does, and what have been the drivers for those?
Well, very much what sustainability means to Sainsbury's is that it must be economically, environmentally and socially sustainable, so we don't segment out any one as being more or less important than the other. How we establish the areas that we need to focus on is getting much closer to our supply chains and breaking them down, identifying the areas which are potentially at risk, but also those where there's greater opportunities or efficiencies or gains to be had, and then homing in on those, identifying ways of putting it right, and if you like, rebuilding the model in a more sustainable way. So there isn't any sort of list that applies to every individual category or product. It's really looking at that sector in its own entity, and sort of picking through each of the bits one by one.
New Zealand's got an emissions trading scheme. Is that talked about internationally, and how we perceive because of it, do you think?
It's not talked about internationally, and something that's sort of heightened my awareness of it from being in New Zealand this week. I think what everybody has to do, and what people do understand, is that we have to reduce our impact on the environment and find ways of producing more from less. If that equates into ETS, then that is the right mechanism, and I'm not saying that it is or it isn't, but I think everybody expects that we have to do the right thing in protecting the environment but also enhancing it, and there are a whole host of tools to do that.
How do you think New Zealand is seen by the rest of the world and the UK, and why do you think people want to source product from us, and how should we be leveraging the strengths that we have?
I would say produce from New Zealand is very trusted and respected. It has a track record of integrity in terms of food safety, animal welfare and the environment. So it would be continuing to market those and protect the integrity of that and the robustness that exists. But it's all of those together rather than any one thing in isolation, because different things are important to different customers wherever in the world that you are. So I would suggest very much maximising, all of those elements that sit so comfortably and naturally with New Zealand.
Yeah. Do you think, from being in New Zealand, do you think New Zealanders' perception of how the rest of the world perceives us is in line with how the reality that's out there, how people perceive us? Do you think we get it?
I do. I think in terms of speaking to business people here, New Zealand is very in tune with what the market wants, and where they don't believe they are, they actively seek more information. So in terms of inquiries and inquisitiveness as to what's happening, for example, of Sainsbury's customers, it's very clear that New Zealand wants to be, wants to continue to be very aligned to market requirements. So for me, it's sort of a continual evolution of that rather than anything machinery required.
Mhm.